everyone. Welcome to a Black Desert stream. My name is TM Sherna.
My name is Trent.
And hopefully, the sound is okay.
Let's get a check.
Let's get a check once you're good. So a few things I want to talk about before we get into the meat and bones of this. The cable management situation is...
Robot audio, I swear to God. Are you serious?
Alright. Okay. I got this. Alright. Talk about the cable situation, Trent.
Alright, so
Don't talk about your hair. It's not the Trent show.
welcome to the Trent Show. Oh, man. Alright. Yeah, audio issues. I got it. Jesus. This happens every time. We all good? So,
You're supposed to be speaking during this.
yeah, no, I'm taking a look at stuff. Will I be your father? No. Yeah, we got audio issues.
Keep talking.
Sup? No, I'm reading through the comments because like people are saying like one guy was like it's fine, but yeah, right? Yes, the Trent Show is indeed back. Why is it? This is the release of the underwater character. No, it is not. Right? You doing all right there?
Keep talking.
Yeah. Does anything work for these people? Audio wise, no. We unfortunately have issues, right? And
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna...
Should we just turn off, come back right quick? Alright. We'll be right back. Let's just turn this thing off and go. Right? Are we back?
You can try. Hold on. We're not on the right scene. But keep going.
Yeah, okay. Alright, let's we turn back the stream, right? Let's see if the audios are okay this time. Yeah, come on. Nope, still got some F's, right? We back? It's fixed now. Alright. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. So, this kind of deals into with when people are during our countdown. We're talking about the wire setup and the cable management. Cable management wise, we generally set this up quite nicely. And then because we share the studio with other people,
It gets torn down and put back up over and over again.
yeah, we have the one room, and then the way that other teams use the room and the way that they set it up, it's kind of an issue. We're kind of get that figured out.
Yep.
In terms of audio stuff, yeah.
Okay, audio. Basically what happened is during the last stream by the Korean team, they turned the sample rate down to 44 kHz. We need 48 because you need to hear our voices better, and we have a much simpler setup, and what we have doesn't work with 44. So once I changed that back, that's all I did. So I had to stop, restart. There you go. That's the sound. But yeah, cable management, guys, we don't leave this up all the time. We do strip it down after the end of the stream. Also, the reason why we didn't stream last week for PlayStation, if there are any PlayStation people, this room was gutted.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, it was green screen everywhere. There were wires everywhere. There was a mess. We tried to get things back in. I picked up the couch for someone else, and my back went again.
Yeah.
So I sprained my back for a second time in a month. But luckily, it's kind of okay right now. So anyway, let's just start this again. Welcome everyone to the Black Desert stream. My name is Sherna.
My name is Trent.
And for the second time today, we're going to start talking about Black Desert Xbox. If you're here for PlayStation, we will be streaming Wednesday, their time.
They're PSD Wednesday, our time Thursday.
So we'll be streaming for PlayStation. We'll be doing the class that shall not be named. But yeah, that's basically how it's going to go. So
we'll explain why later on a bit as to why there's going to be an update on both platforms this week. But let's jump into the Xbox update.
Yeah, so the Xbox update. First off, as you may have seen when I came back in on the wrong scene, Kunoichi is coming. The Enchanting Shadow. I love that. That's a good title. Whoever came up with that, you're a genius. The Enchanting Shadow Kunoichi is here. This means that we only have one class left until we have all classes in the game. except for Guardian, which will not
Yeah.
be coming at the same time as PC. We're going to have to delay it a little bit to make it work.
Yeah. We talked about Guardian in our last Xbox stream.
Yep.
That we tried to get it at the same time that PC NA would get it. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. So we're working on Kuno, and then we have one left, for, as you said, for Xbox, then we're good to go.
For the roadmap, we're still working on it. Unfortunately, people didn't start actually being back in the office until today, the people we needed to talk to. Hopefully, we'll get it done as soon as possible. We really are sorry about that. Okay, other things. There is new UI put into the game. Now, this is going to sound absolutely silly because when I was told, I was like, that doesn't make sense. Basically, they want to change the UI in a way so that it's not the console UI that we usually have. So some of the interaction menus and things like that have changed more towards what they look like on PC.
Yes.
The reasoning for this is they said the old UI was a little bit more taxing on systems. So the new UI should, in a way, help performance. Now, personally, if someone told me the UI was draining resources, I'd be like, doesn't make sense. But that's what we were told. So the new UI is in, and we'll see how it goes.
Yep. The new UI affects certain windows, I believe. So
Dialog windows.
Yeah, a lot of the dialog windows, which involve shop menus, trade stuff, anything that involves talking to an NPC and going from there. The mailbox has already been revamped, and I think it's been added already.
Yep.
So you guys should already see that. The fairy UI has been updated. And I believe there was something else that changed, but in terms of UI.
We'll show you guys. We'll show you guys.
We'll go into it.
Okay, another popular-ish request is coming. Training dummies are in. Now, if you don't know what training dummies are, it is essentially a way to AFK, increase your combat or skill EXP. It does cost a decent chunk of silver to use, but it is a way that you can just leave it on and gain stuff. This isn't, it's nowhere near as good as grinding.
Like active grinding.
Yeah, if you go actively kill monsters, you'll be better. So this isn't that, it's more supplementary.
Right.
And you pay silver per hour. Basically, it's 1 million for 1 hour, 10 million for 10 hours, and then there's a 3 and a 5 in the middle. It's the hour plus a million, basically. So 10 hours, 10 million. So another change.
Hunting changes?
Hunting changes. I got really confused for a second. I may have an issue. Do you want to move your mic a little bit closer?
Yeah.
Blue Whale and Fugitive Calc are getting increases to their drops. So max number increases or a chance increase to get the item. So we are increasing those.
You can drops are increased as well as the hunting experience that you get from actually hunting these monsters down, right?
Yeah.
Now, the next thing is something that has already hit PS4.
Yeah.
Right? It's something that hit PS4 because there was a lull in updates for Xbox. A variety of the quests have changed, right? So certain quests, the Bea's Magic Gloves, I believe.
Yep. Bea's Magic Gloves, Derek's Light Leather Shoes, Medea Merchant Union Helm, Black Abyssal Weapon.
Those
Black is still in there.
But generally, you get those through side quests. We've removed 3 of those, so the gloves, shoes, and helm, and replaced them with the equivalent of a new item. And we've put them in the main storyline. Now, why was this change made?
So basically, it makes it easier for people to get those items. You're supposed to get them, but having like limits on the side quests and things like that does make it obviously more uncomfortable to get. So we've added them to the quest rewards. I'm also going to go turn the mics up a little bit because I can see that they're very low.
Okay.
One of the things, someone mentioned Ring of Power. Ring of Power has never been in our version, and it will not. Ring of Power with this has been removed and changed with something else, which you can get to.
Yeah, let's get into it. So what we've added for Xbox is the red sand crystal rings as well as the forest eye earrings, right? So you can get those rings through, or you can get the ring through the Valencia quest. You can get the earring through the Camisylvia quest. And what you can do with those is use the freed magical shards, freed magical blackstones to actually enhance these accessories up to try. One of the special things about these accessories is that they don't shatter when you fail the enhancement.
Yep.
Right? You can go up, you can replace or repair the durability with freed magical shards.
Yes, so that is the red crystal ring and the eye of whatever. You can get the materials to enhance from basic subjugation quests, such as, the Kill Gaha's Bandits. Mainly in Valencia and Camasilvia, you can get freed magic shards and freed magic black crystals or whatever. You can get them there.
Where you can get these, which quests you can actually get them through will be included in the patch notes, which will be live when the update goes live.
Yes.
Next thing is Node War changes.
So the Node War changes. This is something that I forgot to put in this patch note until yesterday. Sorry, localization team. We have increased the DP on Fortress Gates by around 15%. All of these are by around. Square Fort, Command Post, and Field HQ, DP increased by around 30%. Barricades by around 40%. Iron Barricades by around 20%. And then Wooden Fence, Fence Gate, and Siege Defense Tower around 40%. So we've increased the defensive power of all those items for Node Wars and Conquest Wars. So hopefully that makes it so that you no longer basically are a hot butter through a hot butter through a knife, a hot knife through butter when doing Node Wars.
That being said, when these changes take place, which the update is on January 8th, when the updates take place and you guys participate in your Node Wars, please do send us feedback and let us know how these changes have affected Node Wars.
Right? Yep, and we'll continue to monitor the situation.
Yeah.
The last one in these patch notes, I think there's one more actually that I want to talk about. Okay, anyway, Tamer and Dark Knight are getting slight buffs. Tamer is getting Cloud Stomping skill improvement, so that's going up. And Dark Knight is getting that 7.5% accuracy buff that many of you saw came in the PlayStation update after the last Xbox one. So we did have a month without updates. This update is catching us up to those points. Another one, oh, the Central Marketplace. Okay, so Pearl items sold on the Central Marketplace will now roughly plus or minus 15% be at their maximum value. So they can go up, they can go down, and the price is based on the Pearl price, which means your cheaper costumes are now, let's say
I want to say 43.
At 43, roughly. And then like your premium outfits are capped at around 85. New costumes come in at that price where that range is available. So in theory, we haven't had a Pro Shop update since then.
Let's
but basically, it's not increasing the prices; it's increasing the base that these items come in. So if you look on the Central Marketplace right now, for example, the Warrior Burn outfit, because it appears at the top of the list, most people buy and sell that for Crone Stones or Valk's Cry. Because that is at the top of the list, that is up at 80-something million. And then you look at another classic costume that was released around the same time, and it's down at 40 mil. So what we've tried to do is make it so that variety is possible. Because if you're buying outfits to sell, I mean, you go with the most profitable one. So what we've done is basically make them all around the same, so people can get more.
Perfect.
Someone said no balance changes. Not Kuno, bloody hell. Dark Knight and Tamer.
Tamer's
unless you're talking about nerfs to classes, and then no.
Tamer's Cloud Stomping skill has been increased in terms of the amount of hits that it does, and in terms of damage as well, right? So damage plus the amount of hits, which will be listed in the patch notes when it got out. So that being said, we got that out of the way in terms of patch notes. I can see a lot of people doing comments. We're going to get through them in a bit. In terms of events, right? So once the update goes live, there's going to be a couple of events, one being the Hot Time event. So
surprise.
Yep. So skill EXP, combat XP, as well as an item drop.
Yes.
Right? As well as an item drop. The item drop Hot Time runs, I think, a shorter time than the combat EXP Hot Time.
Yes. There is a difference between the two, and I can't remember which one.
They do start at the same time, but they end at different times. So make sure you take a look at that when we post that online. There's that. There's the level up event for Kuno. Standard. As well as, and this I'm actually kind of excited about, we're getting a Yeti, right? We're getting a Yeti. Piku the Yeti is invading which farm it's going to get to.
Always
Alejandro farm, right? So the Yeti is special. Why is it special?
Because it drops some good stuff.
Yes.
And it can only be killed by matchlocks.
There it
you
is,
go.
right?
All right, so it is a hunting boss. You do need matchlocks to be able to kill it. It does drop frosted matchlocks, or is there a quest?
So to do the Yeti thing, right? So yes, I know what people in chat are saying. I know what this is. So to start it, you need a matchlock, or you can get a temporary frosted matchlock by doing a series of quests, which is pretty easy to do. You just kind of go from point A to point B and keep going from there. Once you defeat Pico the Yeti, which will spawn on certain servers, right? And I believe I think
it's like field bosses.
Yeah, it's like field bosses. It will drop. It can drop a permanent frosted matchlock, which if you're a hunter, this is gonna be sweet. Right?
Yeah, it's actually pretty OP.
So this is more for, I would say, hunters than it is for.
But there's still some other good stuff.
There's still some other stuff.
There's some furniture stuff that you can get. There's some other things.
Yeah.
We will be putting that up on our website later today,
Hopefully.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
When the events start.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it basically for the update, right?
So for events, yes, right.
Okay.
So in terms of events, that's what it is. The last thing that we need to talk about in terms of, I guess like seriousness, is the update schedule.
Right? All right. So basically, what goes on is there are several back-end processes that people would know as SDKs, if anyone's aware.
Mm-hmm.
We are updating our SDK, which means we need to put in a new full cert, which means we can't do updates while that cert is going through. So what this means is the next update will be roughly a month later.
Yeah.
And then there'll be another full cert after that. So the update schedule is a bit wonky at the start of the year because we have to do these full certs. But once those are done, it should become much easier to get them. If you don't know why, there's contractual obligations. There's
generally what happens with games on console. I'll deal with Xbox in general. So with Xbox, each year people will different companies will try to update the SDKs. When they do it is up to them, and depending on their contractual obligations with Microsoft. Our devs have figured, let's start this off at the beginning of the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So release Kuno, go through the cert process, then come back to another update, go through the cert process. So in that way, the updates are going to be kind of staggered. And for any of you PlayStation people out there, it's going to be something similar. So which is why PlayStation's update is this week as well with Xbox.
So
usually we would alternate,
yeah.
right? So we can get those out of the way. And yeah.
And as much as we argued against this, Kuno isn't coming with Awakening, which means it's going to be a month until Awakening. We are really sorry. We tried to push for it. Unfortunately, we were told no.
It just wasn't ready in time.
Yeah, I put Fs in chat for Kuno players, man. Put Fs in chat. You got to feel for them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty frustrating. But in terms of cert process, that's pretty much why we're going through with this update schedule.
Chat's giving me the Fs.
Yeah.
But I know it's not good to hear, but unfortunately we did try really hard. Unfortunately, we were just told it's not possible at this point.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's wild. It's not very good. As you can tell, I am actually kind of bummed out about this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're really sorry about that. It will take a while for the Awakening to come. Hopefully, when that comes, there's a bigger update around it, but I can't remember. But yeah, sorry guys. Really, really sorry. The Hula Hoop Gang will have to ride another day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That stinks, but we're gonna take the hits for it.
Yeah. We are legitimately sorry.
Also, I kind of understand. Like this being said, like I know why chat's upset. I know why Twitter and Facebook is gonna be upset, and why Discord is probably gonna be in a frenzy. And I understand it. There's really no excuse for that.
There is no excuse.
Yeah.
We did try.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it. We're the messengers. We told them that this would arguably cause issues. And yeah.
But yeah, let's see what happens.
We're really sorry.
Yeah.
We'll be trying to do other things to try and help that, but unfortunately, no awakening.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, let's
said.
get happy.
Let's jump in.
Let's jump in. All right.
So we're gonna go to Shirina's gameplay.
All right. My gameplay. As you can see, I am here with the Kuno. It's basically a ninja, but not a ninja. Oh, also the lore has gone out for Kuno, and that is another original story by yours truly. Check it out. If it's terrible, he wrote it. Okay,
Dude.
So what you can see right now in front of me is a Korean character. This is the guy you will need to go to, Jamie Drucker.
Yeah.
This will be in English.
This is a test build.
Yep, this is a test
shows up
build.
a Korean.
They haven't pushed the localization file onto this yet. Localization doesn't need to go for as many certs. Okay, so as you can see,
that's the new UI.
The new UI. We're down here, and we're gonna go to the shop, and you can see that we have these beautiful items here. We have also changed the inventory UI. Oh look, my head's cut off.
You're too tall. Gotta slouch. Gotta get on my level, baby. Get on my level.
Right. So as you can see, these items are here. All you need to do is buy one, and there we go. And then I guess you go over here. I haven't actually tried this out yet. And then use it.
Yep.
And then boom. And then she just levels up. That needs changing too.
Yeah.
Yep. All this will be changed in the update.
This is a test build.
This is a test build. It's not finished yet. But basically, she'll go on for as long as you purchase, and will continue to gain skill EXP or combat EXP depending on what you did. Okay. Oh no. Oh.
There you go.
Whew.
You're free.
Whew.
All right.
Freedom. I was so scared. All right. And then one other thing that I want to do is show the enhancement. I was supposed to jump on that wall. Okay. So show the enhancement UI. This is the new Black Spirit menu. We're going to go enhancement. We're going to throw in the Forest Eye earrings, which are unfortunately in Korean. And as you can see, we just used the Freed Magical Black Stone, which is not in Korean.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we enhance. And then it does this cool little animation. And then, boom, +1. Really? 70%.
Go again.
It's going to happen again, isn't it?
No, you got this. This.
We're going to build 100 fail stacks on this. Go. 70% of the time, it works every time. There we go. It popped. All right. So as you see, when you enhance this ring, or earring in this case, it doesn't blow up. So this is kind of a way that you can get accessories that are not gonna blow up when you do it. So because I failed 2 times with that, I'm gonna go repair. So you will go to the blacksmith. My odds, man. My luck. Okay. Oh. I've never talked to him before. Oh. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we go repair.
That UI down there.
Yeah, it's down at the bottom. It doesn't crash.
Yeah.
This may be getting fixed another point. So you put in these freed magical shards, which are also available in the subjugation quests. Slap recover. Boom. Recovered. All right. So we're all good. There we go. Inventory. And now we have a 9/9 earring, which obviously compared to a pen Tungrat that I have. This is a test server. Yeah, it's not going to be good. But in terms of like the other welfare accessories that you get, like the Valencia rings, they can be higher than that. They're roughly equivalent, I want to say, to a duo. So they can go up to try, and they're equivalent to a duo yellow accessory, if I remember correctly.
One thing that I'll say, because people in chat are mentioning this, some people are saying that like, nah, this UI is too different. Some people are saying it is quite nice. For me personally, I like the inventory UI. I think that's aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
And it's clean. I like the clean aspect of it. I like the details.
I'll show you this too. View details. You can now see
what crystals you have equipped.
Yep.
Right?
And
the set bonuses there. Right.
Dope.
Which I really like. It looks clean. There are certain UI menus that I'm not entirely a big fan of. But
like the blacksmith.
The blacksmith repair. But those are things that we're actively discussing and going from there.
All right. So I'll just, because, this is, new. Let's go take a look. Central Market is the same. However, if I remember correctly, Imperial Trade is different. And it's actually kind of nice. So we're going to go to Karen here. He doesn't ask for my manager. That's okay. All right. So as you can see,
there you go.
Compared to what we have now, it is condensed.
Yeah.
So you don't have the chart underneath. And when you look at it, it shows you the information. The chart is there, which is useless in Imperial Trading. We could probably delete it, but don't tell the UI team I said.
Yeah. The chart's been moved into the tooltip itself on the right side.
Yep. And then you can sell all and all that. There are no fishes to trade. Technically, that's okay.
Yeah.
Technically.
Because it's a test server, they haven't opened it up.
No. I mean, there are no fishes.
Yeah.
It's okay because there are different species of fish, which is the only thing I actually know. Okay, and then everything else pretty much is the same.
Dialogue-wise, I think your storage is different.
Oh, yeah. I just want to quickly show. If you don't care about this, don't care about it. Oh, man. I should check the camera out before we start. I'll go fix that. Okay, so this is your warehouse now. I only have one town opened, which is why I can see here. Someone asked me for something, which I'm going to have to check on your screen. Because it was in the other day, but it might not be. Ooh, maybe we should give one of those out. Anyway, all right, so that's me. We're going to just do a quick, hold on, switch to main cam for us for a second. Rico Ahsoka Tano.
That'll work.
There we go. Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah. Look at all that pen. Yeah, it's a test server, right?
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. Skill UI hasn't changed yet.
Skill UI hasn't changed yet. It is on the list of things to do.
Skill UI hasn't been changed yet. They're ignoring. Kind of. Then.
Okay. Can we switch to Trents for a second?
Yep.
Something that has come up relatively recently is Old Wisdom Tree. Right now, you can't access anything in it. However, boom, transport is in. You
Finally.
can check your inventory there. Unfortunately, it was kind of lost on us. But yeah, that's also added in, and you can see that my Kuno has been added there. Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Dope.
There we go.
Right. So yeah, in terms of the new UI, I've been disconnected. Even that UI is different. So in terms of the UI, there's still some other things that need to be changed. They're gonna start migrating some of those things over once they're ready. But I genuinely like the inventory one. I don't like the repair. It's something that we were vocal about.
Yep. Okay. If you want a quick tip on if it's new or not,
switch to sharing a screen, please.
Yeah. Oh, they're not going to be able to see it because my name bar is there. On the window, if it has the Black Spirit logo in the corner, it's new UI.
Yeah.
If it has like other weird writing-y stuff, that's old UI. So the old UI will eventually all be changed. Okay, so zoom out further. No, this is as far as we can zoom out. All right, so
you bounce?
I'm just outside. It's a nice snowy day in Poly Forest. Okay, so one thing I do want to talk about is skill EXP. I completely forgot what I was going to say there. You know when you're saying something and halfway through a sentence you're trying to remember what you were going to say?
Yep.
All right, so we're going to just be grinding for skill EXP for no reason. We've got a lot of skill points, but I just want to show this off. All the events that I've never taken. Okay, so skill EXP is this one. It is the sword and axe. Playing that bad boy, you get a nice buff to your skill points. And Polys is legitimately the place to go for your, Yeah, that stuff. Skill EXP, that's what I was talking about.
There it is.
Polys, that is where you should be going. All right, so we didn't have much time to practice with the Kuno. We didn't have a build sent until very late last night, and we were not here. I did get pets. All right. So they are functionally similar, I want to say, to the Ninja.
They are, but they're less mobile. So I was playing Ninja for a while. Ninja just goes around everywhere for fun. Kuno's more like kind of like in out, but she doesn't have that same mobility. It's the skills that will just you go there, hit
Wait,
stuff,
why are we
run.
watching me? I'm playing terribly right now.
Oh,
I thought we were on your screen, and I was like, I'm just gonna.
She has ghost step. She doesn't have the ninja step. I want to say what it's called. Keep forgetting the name, but yeah, mushroom ifas.
If you don't know, Trent is quite big on farming.
I am.
So this
I've been all into it right now.
So for me, it's my striker.
Yeah.
I know you use your witch.
Yeah.
But my striker has been relegated to farm duty.
Yeah.
My ninja actually got relegated to collecting water. He does nothing but collect water. So I was better than this during the practice, and now that I'm talking and playing, it's actually much harder. But I need to press other buttons.
All right. So you were telling me that for pre-awakened Kuno, if I'm running low in WP and I don't have potions, what should I be doing?
Floor sweep.
Floor sweep. So how
Actually,
do I
you
do
should legitimately use potions, but floor sweep,
Yeah.
if you're lazy like me and you don't carry potions, that would be...
Why don't you
how
carry
would do it.
potions?
I'd rather keep the weight to myself, you know?
Oh, fair enough. Right.
Plus, I generally just don't need it. I can... In PvE, at least, I don't use potions at all.
Right.
Yep. You still get the block jump, which is still one of my favorite skills, because it's so silly.
She also has a block, which is nice.
She does.
Yeah.
She has a pretty good block, actually. And the block has another skill with it.
Yeah.
If you're blocking and her stamina drops below 400, now I know we don't have actual figures on that, but basically if it drops below 400 when you get it, she does a special attack.
Okay.
Basically it's like you look like your guard has been broken, and she will mess you up while doing it.
Yay. There we go.
Someone showed me a Kuno video where you can cause what is it? What's the skill? The cutter, the ankle cut? No, ankle tendon cutter. You can get it in a straight line.
It's really hard on console.
I don't think it's 100% possible, but you can kinda.
You want to show it?
It's so hard to do, but I'll give it a shot. So.
Can you switch to Shannon for a sec?
Oh, you were showing?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, so I just used it, so we gotta wait for the cooldown. Now, it's not the same. You cannot do the same quick movements as you can on the old PC. But you can kinda do it. My sensitivity is low because I don't like high sensitivity in Black Desert personally. But you can kinda get it to I've run out of WP. I should have bought WP potions. Wait, you gave me some.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can kind of get it. So normally you would do 1, 2, 3, and then you can kind of move it around. It's not the best. Well, unfortunately, that's just a limitation on this itself. You can kind of move it around a little bit like that. As you can see, I ended up in a very different spot, but
I went swimming.
You went swimming?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know there's an ocean near here?
Yeah.
Did you go swimming in the ocean? Because that's a very long climb back up.
No.
You sure?
I was by the river.
Oh, okay. That's fine. All right. Switch back to Trent, because Trent knows what he's doing.
Do I? That's news to me.
Okay. Yeah, the camera movement is terrible. You can increase the sensitivity. I was trying it earlier. There is this function that nobody ever uses, which was available in beta, which was what was it called? The double tap to turn 180.
Yeah.
That is a possibility, but for me, it was still kind of hard to get it to turn.
Yeah.
So
double tap would be.
Someone said, "Are we getting absolutes?" It seems that way because we have them.
Yeah.
So absolutes is in, but unfortunately no awakening.
Yeah.
So
I believe robombs aren't in either.
no, rebombs don't seem to be in either. Because we have every skill and we don't have any rebombs. So yeah, it is kind of weird playing Kuno. For me personally, this is not my style of gameplay.
What's that?
I'm just oh, you're there. I don't know. I just don't like sword characters. Swords are for wimps. You know, axes, that's a man's weapon. Swords, however, meh. I'm not a big fan of sword classes.
Really?
Yeah. Name one good class with a sword.
Warrior.
I said good.
Valkyrie.
I said good. But yeah, I just don't. It's the same in every game I play. I never play sword classes.
Is that just a preference for you?
Yeah, it's not my thing. Like I just don't like swords.
Has there ever been a sword character that you actually enjoyed? Like in any game or form of media?
Oh, I like watching people with swords. I don't like playing games with swords.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just not a swordy kind of guy. Like, I always think, oh, playing something with swords, it's so cool, it's got swords. And then I end up playing it, I'm like, yeah. I end up playing generally rangers or mages or something with axes. It is literally a weird preference. I just don't like swords. I'm excited for Kuno Awakening, though. So I am actually going to play Kuno.
Why are you excited for the Awakening?
Because it's a hula! Have you ever seen a weaponized hula hoop?
No.
It's like a weaponized pogo stick, It's like something from the 70s and 80s that should not be weaponized. But I'm so excited for it. And it's really cool. Unfortunately, once again, sorry, Kunos. If you are a Kuno main, really legitimately, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's not going to be coming for a while. So I got time to actually practice my short sword play. It is short sword, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kazaku's so short. Yeah, it is short sword play. Okay, Dragon area when? Oh man, like let's chill out on that for now. Like
yeah.
We could barely like
I personally want Dragon to come out as well, just because as Shana said earlier, I'm really into the life skills and farming right now.
You want your special Dragonese meals, don't you?
Yep.
Yep.
I genuinely want it.
So yeah, okay. So Dragon was originally supposed to be out this year.
Yeah.
Last year, sorry. But unfortunately didn't make the cut. We couldn't get it in time. So we're gonna take the last roadmap. We rushed Kama out to try and be as close to the roadmap as possible, and we all know how that worked out.
Yeah.
A lot of performance issues and a lot of things like that. So we're gonna kind of take it a little bit slower this time. It's still most likely going to be first half of this year, but we're going to take it a little slower to try and make sure that it doesn't have the same negative impact on the game that the last one did, that Cam Sylvia had. So we're going to take a little bit more time to try and make sure that it works.
Yeah.
Someone said Ovia server, possibly soon.
Yeah.
If you don't know what the Ovia server is, basically it's a server for newer players where they can level up quicker.
Yeah. Up to a certain level.
Up to a certain level, and then they get booted and yeeted into the real servers, and then they have
into the real world.
Yeah, then they have to deal with PvP. But yeah, that is coming as well. And I think there was one more thing in there. Oh, Crone meals.
Yeah.
Now, right. Both of us, pretty big life skillers. Crone meals would be glorious.
Yeah.
However, Crone meals probably won't come out anytime in the near future because you do need Dragonese meals for certain Crone meals.
Yeah.
You do need Crone spices, which,
not sure when that's coming in.
We're not sure when they're going to be in. So we know that people want them. We know that people want the drafts as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's content that's going to come down later in the line. We do care about life skills. Yeah. We do care about PvP.
Oh, honestly, can we share the website?
Yeah.
So one of the websites that we've been using for life scaling is BDO Codex is one, obviously, but one of the really good ones for alchemy and cooking and trying to get the exact number of things that you want to make is bdodae.com. And that site is just beautiful.
We are no way affiliated.
We're not affiliated with them,
we
but
just love their work.
Their work is amazing.
One of the few sites I actually have ad block turned to ignore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. That site is dope.
The finding of the nodes, and their search system is awesome. I'm really, really happy with it. I use it quite frequently. And you can find out what you need for future meals as well. Like if you're making Serenity meals, okay, well, what can I use Serenity meals aside from consuming them, right?
Or selling them.
Yeah, and it'll tell you, and it's awesome. So I highly recommend it. Just amazing.
Okay, so let's see if we can fix lag and rendering issues when. So the new UI is part of that. I know it
Part of
sounds
that,
stupid,
yeah.
but that is one of the reasons why the new UI was taken on, in that it may give a little bit extra, little bit of a bump.
Yeah.
So possible right there.
Yeah.
But we are continuing to work on optimization and
Yeah.
improvements. We still need to talk to the project manager about these with the video that we have.
Yeah.
That's still in planning. Unfortunately, a few of the devs that we needed to talk to have
Disappeared.
vanished into the ether.
Uh,
That's not that they've been fired.
yeah.
It's just that they have vanished into the ether. It's like, oh, I need to talk to this guy. And you look on Slack and he's like, oh, I'm off for the next 6 years. Like, yeah. So we are getting to it.
Yeah.
We will also have, hopefully, a companion GM note
Yeah.
coming out relatively shortly after that.
About that
too.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Potato mode is still something that's being discussed. I know it's gonna be a question at one point. Potato mode is still being discussed. In terms of how effective it'll be, we're not sure, but we've talked about that before. Hopefully we get that out there though, because I think graphical options would be nice.
Yeah, I know, like, we have said that it doesn't give the greatest performance. That's what we were told.
Yeah.
However, that doesn't stop us from saying, like, yeah, but even if it gives a couple frames, that's still a decent chunk.
Yeah.
So we are still trying to get that in for you guys.
Yeah.
We're still doing a lot of things like WW movement on Tamer, the forward Nightcrow. We're still asking and begging and pleading for these things. So hopefully at one point we can get them in. I keep trying to do Giant Leap.
Do Shadow Stomp.
It's not the same. Oh, okay, so apparently your video is blinking.
Okay.
So we're going to stick with my awful gameplay, which is unfortunate for everyone.
Have you played Ninja before?
I have a ninja.
Okay. That's enough of an answer.
He got to level 49, and
Yeah.
then, like, I did the level 50 quest. I had all intents to actually play him a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he ended up collecting water in Tariff. Look, man, he got tired of the shadows. He wanted a life in the light. But yeah, okay. All right. This meta is due to only 100% accuracy. That's PlayStation issues. Please, like, this is an Xbox stream.
But
we hear it.
With that PlayStation one, hit me on Discord. I know that I have been replying to a lot of the DMs, but I haven't forwarding a lot of them. It's just when I go through I'll explain the DM process for me anyways, because your DM process is different from my own.
Yeah.
Right? My DM process is like I'll go through the DMs, see which issues are being reported multiple times. I'll organize it and send it off. So I can't reply to everybody, but they are being reported. In terms of, I'll talk about PlayStation slightly. In terms of PlayStation's performance issues, that is continuously being sent.
Oh yeah, even the Node War stuff every day.
All the videos. There's 2 or 3 key members in our Discord for PlayStation that keep sending me videos, and those have all been forwarded. I timestamp them, translate what I
Okay,
can.
so actually on the video thing, I know we talk about this a lot, but this legitimately is super important.
Yeah.
The videos that you guys send, we do forward. And the reason why we ask for videos or screenshots and things like that is because what we see, we're not sure if it's because we're playing from Korea. We're not sure if it's like, you know, we do get certain priorities in terms of the way networking works.
Yeah.
So we need to see what you see. For us to make an accurate report, we need to see what you see.
There was one guy who sent me a video, one guy or girl, it doesn't matter, who sent me a video, but recorded an hour's worth. Sent me the hour's video without editing it. All I saw was him talking with his friends on PlayStation and like what they're gonna do on Friday, and I was like, I'm not sure which part of this I'm supposed to see.
Oh yeah. Be very careful. Oh, I got spam. Oh, there we go. So be very careful when sending the videos though, because you know it does pick up stuff.
Yeah. Please do edit them when you can.
If you can, just send us and say like, I think it's roughly about 50 minutes in or 20 minutes in. We did. So this is why it comes up. When we did the last Xbox stream, the Slaughtermas stream.
Yeah.
we sent that video straight off.
Yeah.
Right. We sent it straight away to one of our project managers, and they were like, "Okay, it's an hour-long video. Which parts are the problem?" And me, still thinking in a more user mindset, was just like, "Just look at the whole video. It's all a problem, bro." So
I remember that.
yeah, that's exactly how I said it. By the way, that's exactly how I said
I
it.
actually remember
that's
that.
not me
Yeah.
putting on a voice. That's how I said
Yeah.
it. So yeah, I think we need to stop showing off this terrible gameplay. We need to get someone who's actually good on Kuno. Actually, we need to get someone who's good on any class. So yeah, I said like just check out the whole video, and then they watch the video and they don't see the same things because they don't have the same mindset. So I'm a competitive player. I was like, look, I can't see the visual information here and here. So pointing it out, showing what I was looking for, did actually help them.
Yeah, it was quite helpful that way.
Any news on tier 8 horses, bro?
Tier 8 horses? Nah.
Soon.
Soon.
Soon. We're still making a couple finishing touches. Plus, we're still trying to get the performance down so that they don't just... Like, here's the thing. There will come a point, if tier 8 horses keep hitting invisible walls, there'll come a point where tier 7 is actually more desirable because they don't hit as many invisible walls.
What have I done? That being said, tier 8 horses not only is... We are putting the final touches like we said, but not only that, and this is to put more pressure on certain people, the compensation needs to be done. We need to really think about that and how that's going to affect everyone. That's not something that I've forgotten, nor on the console team. It's more about how to do it, I guess. I'm not sure how to explain it. It's not so much as like what reward is good and what reward is bad. It's more about the overall effect of sending that reward or those kind of rewards.
Yeah, so whatever we send, it's going to be weird. Is Xbox going to get the Black Spirit Adventure game? Honestly, I think they're trying to figure out how to get that UI to work with Xbox. We've asked for it. I'll continue to ask for it, actually, because it's more free stuff. Okay. Is this the 500% skill boost? No. So the reason why our skill points are going up so high is because even though we already had 1,000 skill points, we don't actually get the skill EXP. So what happens is we start at 3,000, but we start at 0.000% and technically 0 level on test servers.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing is what would happen if you have 0 skill point EXP and go to polys with the 200% skill EXP increase.
How many skill points are you rocking on your personal one? I have nothing to brag about, to be really honest.
I think I'm at 1650, something like that. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I need to actually grind more. But I do spend a decent chunk of time down here now to try and get skill EXP. Now that I got the levels that I want, like 61 was meh. I was like, okay, I need to be 61.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get all the skills. Since then, I've just been kind of derping.
Yeah.
I haven't been putting as much effort into my Zerk as I used to. I still play it all the time.
You play your Zerk. It's just we have our own little competition going on right now.
The life skill World War 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Black Spirit is a whelp, still one upgrade. He turns into a whelp after Medea. I think you need to finish some more quests. Because from what I know, that issue of Black Spirit not changing was fixed a long time ago. I know the issue. I figured out a skill I didn't know I had. Okay.
Left trigger square?
Yeah, left trigger X, I think you'll find.
Oh, X.
Yeah. Remember what console you're on, bro?
Just square makes more sense to me.
No, it really doesn't.
Why?
Do you know that Sony say that it's a cross, not an X? All right, take that one with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still saying square.
No.
Because it's still a square button for me.
No.
That does nothing for your argument.
It does everything for my argument. Sony people don't know what they're talking about. Surprised you know what you're doing down here. So yeah, on that actually, since I'm trying to troll Trent here, Kama will be coming relatively not relatively, but Kama is on the way for PlayStation. We're just not sure when we'll be able to implement it at this moment. It's going through some more QA checks because Kama, for those who've played Xbox, and if you're a PlayStation watching this and going, I really want to be here, yeah, without actually doing stuff to the region, it's probably going to be very rough on PlayStation performance.
Both in terms of performance and just judging by data, there's a lot of people who aren't ready.
Yeah. Okay, let's put it on main cam. Mikun, let's see which one you're watching. Oh, he's actually listening today.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, Mikun. Okay, all right, let's do the Q&A section.
Yep. All right.
Right.
Let's jump in.
So, ask us your questions and we will try to answer. Any update on people using third-party hardware to allow them to use mouse and keyboard on Xbox and gain a clear unfair advantage? Wasn't that put as terms of service for Xbox and that they allowed it? Don't know what we're doing. We do look at it.
Yeah.
The advantage won't be that high because they still suffer the same things. They can't up the aim. This isn't a precision-ish game. So
I can see why people would want it, and they'd want the...
We do have people checking out Zims, actually,
to
see if they do anything special. So I don't think there's as much of an advantage with keyboard and mouse there as you may think, because they're still locked into our UI.
Yeah.
They still have to do ring menus. Yes, there might be a change, but we're looking into it. Okay, when is Mehwa coming? It's the last class. It'll be coming eventually.
This is both for Xbox and PlayStation. If it's on our Twitter or Facebook, generally it is going to come.
Yes.
Right? We announced the GM notes. If the GM note is out, then it's coming out. The only one, and I know why some people are asking about this, the only one that we had to kind of bounce off of from what we announced on social media was our stream from last week, which we had to cancel because Shirna almost died and the stream room was dead.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I saw one that I wanted to answer and it's blipped.
Chrome meals we talked about already.
Off and Tet. Okay, so with Off and Tet, there are a few things that need to be done extraneous to just the boss. So we have to make sure that the matchlock section works. We have to make sure that I think there's a leaderboard with it. There's a few other things with Off and Tet itself that need to be checked. The boss itself right now, if I remember correctly, they tested it and it broke. So they're fixing it in testing. So they're still working on getting Off and Tet coming.
There's two questions I want to hit. New Cake. New Cake mentioned about the whole ticket system. I agree with you. I don't think it's ineffective to keep opening up new tickets.
Yeah.
It's something that we've been talking about every time, specifically today. The other question I was going to get to, and I have to kind of look into this. If you're doing a training dummy and you crash, do you lose the book? So that's something I need to go in and check.
If I remember correctly,
it's based on your time in the game.
I think it's based on time in the game.
Yeah.
We'll need to double check.
I'll need to double check, but yeah.
What's the coupon code up? So the Xbox coupon code is below in the shadows. If you guessed it, you're a genius. I like this one.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah. Enter that on console.playblackdesert.com /coupon, I believe, or put it in the app if you have our app, which still needs work. But yeah, you can put it in there or on our website, and it will give you Elight's precious gift. Enjoy your meme frags and Chrome Stones.
I believe one of you out there will get something more than a Chrome Stone.
No.
I hope so. This is for Xbox.
This is for Xbox.
This is for Xbox,
not PlayStation, not
or
PC,
or
not
mobile.
Not Commodore 64.
Did you ever play on a Commodore 64?
No.
It's
I had
beautiful.
a Spectrum ZX, though.
I loved Commodore 64. It was amazing.
Spectrum ZX made me the pirate I was when I was younger.
Really?
Because you could put the game tape in one deck and a blank tape in another and just press record and send the game over. Anyway. All right. So, any new horses or anything like that? I don't think so. Not yet. Can we get the free character slot for Kuno? You know, I'm going to ask. Since the Awakening's delayed and stuff.
I want to ask about it. I think it'd
be nice, but I don't know when.
Yeah.
Don't know when. It might not be at this update. I didn't check if there is anything like that. Nerf Witch and Wiz. I mean, just delete them from the game. Be better for everyone.
No. I need my life skiller. I definitely need my life skiller. More Bartelli quests. I'm assuming you mean the adventure log.
Yeah.
Right. For the adventure log, how many books do we have out for Xbox
10.
now? 10. It depends.
More will come.
Yeah.
It's not finished content when you just get that 10.
Yeah.
But they will come over time. We're not just going to dump a library on you and then make it harder for everyone else to catch up, especially for quests. For example, Quint. If there are quests like that within them where most people will only go there until they get the quest and then never go back. Me and Quint have a very tenuous relationship. If they never go back, then you're going to have problems trying to catch up. So there's a structure to the way they're released.
Someone on Twitch, I life skill on Wiz now because Witch is OP, so I rolled to it. Nah, man, I life skill on my Witch. I've legitimately stopped playing on my Witch. Someone else would just give magical evasion to everybody else.
Weapon exchange coupons. They're gonna be making their way soon. We're not sure when.
We can't give exact dates.
Yeah, but they are coming soon. We have the stuff ready. I think they've changed. So if you don't know, weapon exchange coupons do have a period of when they can be used.
Yeah.
The reason why we couldn't release them earlier is because said period would mean you wouldn't be able to use them because it was 6 months.
Yeah. So on PC there was I guess like a grace period for the class. Like you had to wait 6 months before you can actually use it, kind of thing. On that class, right? So seeing as how Xbox just launched last year, and for PlayStation people who are here, 6 months would mean that you
wouldn't
can't
be able to use
do it for a lot of the classes.
So but they are gonna come with. I think they're gonna modify that time, make it a little bit shorter, but they're not gonna remove it. So the reason why, now I know people will probably be like, but why release the coupon then? Like, I want this. So when new classes come out, there is a basically simple economy. Basically, you want to put the market, you want people to be able to make money by selling the weapons. You want to do that. If everyone can just slap on the coupon, kind of invalidates their the market a little bit. So there is that market balance that they have to try and work out.
And I know there's arguments against and for what Sharon just said, but yeah, that's kind of what we're going for. Someone on Twitch and on Mixer actually has said, like, we've come a long way since launch.
A long way.
It's been a while.
Someone said, can I get a refund on my Lights box? Sure. It was free. You got it for free.
So you get
freedom. We'll break the chains of corporate. I don't know. The roadmap video, we're working on bringing that to you. As we said earlier, there are a lot of people who have been out of the office that we needed to talk to together. All the information that we could. So we're working on bringing that as soon as we can. Unfortunately, this room is also booked 90% of the time that we can actually use it. Because we can only really use it Thursday, Friday. Yeah. Because before that, we're focusing on getting an update. This week, we have Friday. It's going to be rough, but we can try to get it done.
If you guys have been here since like the very first stream that we've ever done, I kind of want to go back into like that cabinet that we used to stream out of, just for old time's sake. But
that's a meeting room now.
And
actually, no, I think it's back to the CEO room.
The company wouldn't let us anyways.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us.
But yeah, the other thing that I saw, where did it go? Give Shy more protected moves?
She's already a tank.
Shy's a tank, man.
I just want to point that. Let's talk about Shy tankiness for a second. I was life skilling. I was getting meat.
Oh my god!
And a striker was just standing there, and I was like, he's standing in my spot. I think he wants to come in. I'm wearing gatherer's gears. I flag up, go over, start throwing stuff at him, and he's like, all right, well, it's a Shy. I'm going to throw hands. My Shy is not built. This guy got rolled. He ran away. So Shy is pretty protected. Admittedly, that striker may have not had thumbs.
Yeah. The striker was just punching. Just like, I'll just throw some jabs. and then like the Shy went like Rocky mode, right? And then Striker was just like, all right, I'm gonna start using skills, but just couldn't hit like.
Shy's fine. Basically, the end of this story, Shy's all right. She's not in a bad spot. She's actually pretty good. Guardian updates, we've said it won't be coming with the update. We're going to take a little bit more time on her, but she will be coming in the future. In the future means some point from now until the cold death of the universe. Are we going to do a PS4 stream this week? Yes, we're going to be streaming the class that shall not be named later this week. Unfortunately, I've already burned out my my protective gear stuff, so
my hair will be pretty again. That'll be all right.
Special deals, we're not sure.
Yeah.
Magoria sailboats when Magoria comes.
When Magoria comes, the sailboats come, and when Magoria comes, the Magoria seafood meals can be made, and I'm super excited for that. So I've been asking, but one step at a time.
Yep. Trial characters, most likely not. It doesn't work the same way on Xbox. We can try to bring it in later down the line, but for right now, don't think it's going to be possible. Kafras, down the line.
Yeah.
Right now, Kafras would put too much of a distance between mid-tier and high-tier players, more so than now.
In terms of trial characters, though, and I do highly recommend this because there's a lot of people on Global Lab for PC. Test them out on Global Lab. I think it'd be okay.
You need to have a
PC
account.
If you have the PC account, test it on the Global Lab. I know, but trial characters are going to be harder to put into console.
We're going to try. Does drop rate event stack on Arsha? Yes, it does.
Yep.
Someone put Shadow Arena question mark.
Wait. Remove the holiday music? No. All right, so I got... So there were people, right, who were just like... I saw one comment that was just like, oh, it's a jazzy feel. Like, it was on Reddit. Like, I want to know where this music comes from. And I genuinely like the holiday music. Mm-hmm. The cows from my farm bleat in harmony with the songs. But holiday music will be out once the
holiday is over.
Yeah, once the snow period is gone.
Yeah, which should be today, but I don't know because it's still snowing. Actually, snow is wonderful for farms. Please don't take it away.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to fix the war deck system. It's backwards and broken. What's backwards and broken about it? If you haven't decked or you haven't done node wars, you can't be decked again, so that makes you a life skill system. It's basically to protect bully guilds.
Yeah.
Yes, there are other guilds that bully. There's not much we can do about it, but yeah. Yeah, it's basically to protect life skill guilds. Is Berserker getting the update he needs? Unfortunately, that handsome chunk of a man is not getting a buff yet. Maybe in the future. I'm still, annoying the balance team about it. If you're able to release Valkyrie Awakening, why not this time? Don't know, man.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, in all honesty, I'm not entirely sure why that wasn't able to be done. I think it's just because Valk was ready. Wait, that's a PS4 question, right?
No.
Is it about PS4? Okay, so why can PS4 get ready? Or
why was
Xbox released with that? I think it's just because we were ready at that point, right? Because we were gonna do our normal updates and stuff. But yeah, the search stuff kind of screwed it up. I'm not entirely sure of the full details, but let's see what happens.
We'll try to get them for you.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. It might just be back-end processes. So mystic damage buff when what? Why would you want that on the world? Arena of Asha, we're working on it. It requires decent amount of UI to be remade. When will Ogre and Laytons be added to Rift boxes? Don't know. I'll ask. So some of the things we do take from here and we do go and ask. Like, it's not like we just say that we're going to go ask and we don't.
Yeah.
I will go down and first thing I'll be out my mouth. Why can't I get an Ogre ring from a box?
Cron meals we talked about. Mixer normalized RBF. Some of the implementation for that is going to be difficult, but it's something that I keep trying to flesh out an idea for. And it generally comes up in conversation a lot.
Mass process when? You can just whack stuff into process, right? Is there something I'm missing about max? Oh, wait, what? I'm confused. I need to check out what mass process is. I haven't checked it out. My bad. I don't always look at the PC version of the game.
Yeah.
Red Battlefield is unbalanced. Red Battlefield is something.
Yeah.
It's so with Red Battlefield, there are some plans to try and do something with it. We keep pushing for them too, because I think there should be matchmaking, like more ranks.
Yeah.
I guess so. Like it puts you into a tier based on your APDP or skill points. I think would be a better representation.
There was someone who, I believe one of our partners has stated that like a lobby system would be nice for RBF, and actually matching would be kind of cool. All being talked about.
Yep. Also, it would be nice if there was a different map, because the map that it has now, I think, plays into that unbalance. It's not a particularly good map for anyone, except archers, because archers are broken. So no. So here, Ghoul TV. When we ask for proper balancing of classes, do you guys ignore it by covering your ears and roll on the floor screaming praise Kazaka? Right. No. But balancing isn't as easy as just going, all right, if we give this 10% damage increase, it's fine. There's a delicate tightrope to balance. We do say, like, I think this needs changing. We think this needs an update. We think you should look into this. There is people looking at it. But small changes throughout can overall break a character. It takes a while for a class to come out and then for everything to be found out about it. So the different combos, the different skills. Yes, some of these are PC. Yes, there is a balanced team working on things, but it's better they want to release a bigger update and do some small changes, I believe, more so than just like, I want to change this week, this week, this week.
Generally just with, I'll speak on other games as well, because I think balancing works for different games. When it comes to balancing, the balancing team for any company will go through it and be like, this is how the class is intended to be played, or this is how the character is intended to be played. And they'll go ahead and do it. All right, these numbers now make sense. Players will find new ways to somehow break that class or character, or play that class or character. And then we have to figure that out. Like, well, there's this new style of play, but here's what it was going to be used for. If we nerf that part, then this part gets super balanced, right? So it is like Shannon said, it's a tightrope. We do think about it. Another thing that someone asked is about fixed spawn camping in RBF. So if a team gets an advantage, they just push closer in.
And just spawn camp.
Yeah.
I wanted like 2 turrets that stand there and just pew anyone that gets close.
Ooh, just to guard the
entrance. Just pew. Or every second you stand in there, it minuses 100 points off the enemy team. Either way.
Oh, I actually like that. Like 3 seconds in the lane. Okay.
If you stand in there too long, you get boasted.
That's like boss boost.
I did think of another thing about balance. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. Where do you balance the AP at? And how many skill points do you balance the class at? Do we say it's 1,600 skill points, 250 AP? Do we say it's 1,100 skill points and 200 AP? That decision has to be made somewhere, and that's part of the balancing process. If they've set one thing and they've gone like, okay, well, this doesn't work anymore, everyone's too strong after this point, they balance it a little bit higher. So there is balance, but like finding those levels where you need to balance the game is difficult.
There's one thing someone said on Mixer is that with your pew idea or minus points area, they're just gonna stay outside of that area then.
Yeah, but it'll give you more area to move around.
Oh, fair enough. As long as it's balanced. But that's what I mean. So this falls under balance. With balance, and someone on, I believe, either Twitch or Mixer said it. Balance isn't always 1v1 or fix one class. Because we have 1v1s, groups, massive groups, PvE, and all these other kind of modes. And it's kind of difficult, right? So I'm not saying like, hey, take it easy, but it is something that we're looking into. I like some of the suggestions that users bring up to us, right? Because you had someone that gave you like a document on Zerk.
Yeah, Guido.
Right? Yeah. Guido gave you a document on it, and a lot of suggestions were fine. But
there is a way of wording things, Guido. If I know you're probably watching, you got to word things not as
confrontational.
We talked about it.
Yeah.
So when you're wording things, if you're trying to make a good point, this is especially useful if you're making a document, if you're trying to suggest something. Starting off with like, and this is not just him, this is a lot of people when they write. I was the same until I got a little bit older. Basically, if you start with an attack, the rest of your writing will be judged poorly.
There'll be a certain bias towards it.
Yeah.
However, that being said, like
we're not saying like you gotta massage our egos and you gotta say like, oh, Black Desert is the best game ever.
if you talk about my hair, you'll be all right.
No, you won't. But basically, there is a way of saying things where you can be strong but not aggressive.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of one of the issues. Like, I read a lot of feedback from different places, even different games. I read like what they're gonna look at, what they're doing. And a lot of the times I read something and the first few lines are like, this game is terrible, I don't like this is awful, please fix this, and this. And you're like, just remove that first part out. Maybe make it a little, just say like, hi guys, thank you for listening, here's my ideas.
Because a lot of the ideas that some of the users gave out are awesome, and we generally try to reword it properly.
Oh, yeah.
Nicely.
When you send it to us, when we get stuff, we reword it in a way that won't attack anyone's ego.
And at times need to be translated into Korean as well.
Yeah.
So...
Also, just for balance point, someone put, please remove stamina usage on Musa Dash. That would be broken. Purely because you'd be able to just zoom across the map. That would be broken. Someone said, the problem is nothing happens regardless of frustrations. Right. Things do happen.
Nothing happens, so might as well get your frustrations out. So I kind of get that. I legitimately do. As I've worked in different fields and been both the consumer as well as the person in the company. I get that. I get the frustrations can take over. At the same time, it's something like, it's like a life lesson, you know?
Yeah.
That being said, we have fixed Forward Nightcrow. Yep.
Forward Nightcrow. Black Spirit raised for 20% skills when? No idea. We'll bring it up. With the new UI, do we see accuracy? I don't think you do.
I don't think so, but let's double check.
Yeah, we turned off the Xboxes because someone said it was a fire hazard. I don't know.
Yeah.
Capotier jewelry crafting? Not yet. Not yet. One dark day it will come. Can we have the option to remove names and health bars? So we've suggested this many times. It's something they are aware of. Yes. Eventually. One day. I hate saying this, but soon. I don't know. But yeah. Laura event. I don't know what Laura event is. It's not coming. There you go. Dark Knight is getting the buff. So here's the thing. What happened is because of the cert process, our usual way of syncing the updates desynced, which means that PlayStation got an extra week of updates compared to Xbox. That week included the DK 7.5% accuracy buff. Is it 7.5? It is 7.5.
7.5.
So that accuracy buff at level 60. So yeah, a lot of people have been asking, is it going to come? Now, generally, if it's in one side of it, it's going to come in the other side, probably in the next update.
Yeah.
That's a general way of looking. So if there is like, let's say the quest change from PlayStation last week, it'll come in Xbox this week, depending on the way that they have synced up.
The class rollouts have been different, but for the most part, a lot of the systemic changes have been pretty similar in terms of how the updates go out. Ooh, where'd it go?
Can we get a traditional samurai armor for Ninja? Did
Ninjas and samurais are not the same.
Just read what you said. But it would be cool, but kind of read what you said.
What if we had a Ninja Turtle costume for the ninja? I'm sure there's some copyright rules there, but yeah.
What a crossover that would be. Berserk crossover, get out the way. Ninja Turtles. Alright, on the Berserk crossover, Xbox or PlayStation will not be getting it, purely because that contract...
Yeah.
Like, contracts get forged.
Yeah.
And from what I know, we weren't involved in that process.
Yeah. It's not so much like...
That sounds really mean.
Yeah.
There was a contract. There was something drawn between two parties, and it doesn't include everything.
Every platform that it's been released to.
Someone said Hellboy outfit for Zark.
Contracts don't, that kind of contract, when you're, I'll actually explain this part because I know about this. When you're licensing the likeness of characters or you're creating kind of like a crossover type thing, you're not creating a contract between specifically the two companies. What you're doing is creating an agreement for each avenue as to where it's going to be represented, right? And each contract is separate. They're not put all together. So I think that's where some of the mix-up was. And I just didn't think that just something probably fell through because it was something that we were working on.
I mean, yeah, you could think of things like other games that do these crossover type of events.
Yeah.
If that company has like 100 different games, they can't just take like, oh, we did this crossover, we'll put it in this game. It's a really complicated process from what I know.
Yeah, it goes through avenues. They actually hate Warrior. Not entirely. I like Warrior.
Nah, Warrior sucks.
I like Warrior. I think the Berserk crossover would have been pretty cool. I don't want to be Guts though, so yeah.
I know nothing about Berserk. I'm not a weeb.
It's very depressing. I highly encourage you to read it. It's quite good.
Any good you guys can share? Looking forward to some statements. Delays. All right, so some positive things. All right, so the new UI is supposed to give a little bit of a performance boost. How much it gives, we don't know. It is looking much cleaner. There are certain things that we have pointed out. So we had a meeting with the UI team, and we're like, guys, like because they wanted our feedback because we play console. So we went up and we gave them some feedback. They actually took that feedback on board and helped improve their own stuff. Some of it they didn't do. Some of it they're aware of that they're going to try to fix in the future. So there's still going to be more changes, but that's there. We also have performance updates are coming. They're just generally, they require, like even the smallest change for performance requires a lot of QA. So for example, the last performance update we did, the only one so far, we removed certain NPCs and things like that from certain areas.
Yeah.
Issue with this, you have to check every quest. You need to make sure that those NPCs are not involved in any other quest. There are over 47,000 quests in the game. It takes time to go through and check. Now you're thinking, well, why don't you just go look at the list of who interacts with who? But sometimes that person might have a weird interaction that you need to talk to get some kind of knowledge, or you might
crosses,
you might need to talk to this guy for this. So that was a relatively small performance update that took a long time to look into. So they are coming. We're aware. We know the issues. They're working on getting them fixed. We're also working on bringing a ton of other content plus a new roadmap that'll probably get 6 out of 8. And
for Chewy Trek, that will come out soon. He's drinking every time we say soon.
Soon. Okay. Soon. So 6 out. We'll probably hit 6 out of 9 again. I will say last time we kind of did. What was it? 7.5.
Yeah.
Because we did add new world bosses. We just didn't add the one in the picture.
Yeah. One other thing we'll say about the new UI and what we were testing for. So essentially, I've explained this before slightly, and for anyone who's done design, UI and UX go together, right? The new UI was made, and UI development doesn't work in a way where you can just be like, this is the optimal thing, go ahead, let's push it. You need the UX side of it too. So research was done into seeing what goes where. They presented it to us, and then we showed them how an actual user would think.
They used me.
And there were certain things that they didn't catch, not necessarily because this was a glaring issue. It was more that, oh snap, we didn't consider that a user would go instead of going left to right, they would go top down, right? That kind of maneuver is oh, why'd you go down first? Oh, it's because there's a list and all this stuff's here. I'm not using this in this menu. And that's the UX side of things. And so there's kind of a balance with that. And for me, it's really fun. I really enjoy the UX UI side of things. It's just my kind of jam.
Someone said, why don't you reduce numbers? So there is something in the works. I'm not sure if it's going to be this update or relatively shortly or relatively soon. But we are looking at not necessarily reducing numbers, but doing something, not for the number of players in a guild, but like looking at things like how many people are in Node Wars, how many people are in Red Battlefield, how many people are in different things like that, and maybe reducing the caps down. But it is being considered at the moment. I don't know how much we can talk about it, but it is something that we have considered, especially Red Battlefield. I think, is it 40-40, 50-50? I think it's too big. For the size of the arena, that's too many people. So we're going to consider cutting those down a little bit. 20 versus 20, I think, might be good for Red Battlefield. 15 versus 15. I don't know. Small scale. It should be small scale.
That's something that you won't be able to tell until we actually do it.
Yeah, but that is being looked into. That is something that is very far in discussions and something that we're looking at.
Someone on Twitch, Ozzy keeps saying, because I saw you post this a couple times, UI changed for Cooking Alchemy to use the actual recipes that you've actually used. Maybe a recent one that you've used. So you can just throw that thing in. I want to. I'm all in for this.
The problem is the recipes aren't exact.
Yep.
So depending on your level, you can get away with, especially with alchemy.
Well, what if
you can get away with cutting out certain things?
What if it's that you throw in the
one of each?
Yeah, one of each, and you just do it yourself because there's special and the higher quality grades, right?
That's another issue.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying that if you don't put the quantity in.
No, but I mean, like, how would it decide between
that's
normal
true.
and special?
Yeah.
Like, if you've got both in your inventory.
Yeah.
So there's a few issues for that.
I see what you mean. Okay.
Do you see the red nose prices? I mean, yeah, but red nose is not a good armor piece.
Yep. You want dim.
Yeah. That's why it's so low. I think let's do a few more.
Yeah.
Someone said new content when? We got Piku coming out. We got a few other characters.
Yep.
Two more classes, I guess. A few more classes. There'll be more content coming. There are more events, more things to do. Yeah, eventually.
Oh man. Okay, I'll do two things here. One was saying about the explanations. Like someone said that they enjoy actually hearing the explanations because it's easier to deal with the frustrations, right? I like talking about this. I'm a nerd for this kind of thing. I love talking about UI, UX, and process and all that kind of stuff, especially legal matters. I love talking about legal stuff, but it's difficult to go on stream and have a chat every time this comes up because people do pop in and out because people are still asking for corn meals when we've talked about it. And to discuss these things, we've talked about this earlier. I kind of want to do a tour where we just go hang out with people.
Yeah.
And just be like, we hate Valk. This is the process. This is how it is. We enjoy talking about it.
And we hate Valk.
It'd be kind of cool.
Someone asked a very interesting question that has a kind of funny story to it. Why does dim armor look like a giant piece of grass? So the story behind this is we had a meeting with the devs. We had a meeting with some costume designers and things like that. We're all sitting around, and we talked about this. We brought it up that dim armor looks terrible.
Yeah.
That we get costumes to hide it because it does look terrible. And one guy, bless his soul, was like, I like the dim tree armor. I think it's pretty cool.
He said it so innocent. He's like, I don't see what you're talking about. It's actually really cool. And everyone in the round table's face just went down. And he was just like, why? What's wrong? What happened? And he talked to his assistant developer and he was just like, it's not that cool. It's not that great.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. And he looked so hurt.
Yeah, he looked destroyed. So if you ever see a guy running around in green pajamas, it might be one of the devs. Okay. What about
stop ignoring PvE server, please? It's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah. Have an overlay that shows topics and answers. Unfortunately, that kind of interactivity is way above Meekan's level.
Did you not see the top of the stream?
Most people come in after those issues have been fixed. We could try to get them done. However, there's a lot of other things, and streaming is a very small part of what we do.
Yeah.
But we can try to get an interactive list. I'll try to show them how it's done.
I think an interactive list. You mean in terms of the patch notes?
So no, in terms of things we've talked about, right here, while we're talking, we have. A list
I think that would be
that
a lot more difficult in terms of actively adding onto the list and stuff. But it's a good idea.
It is a good idea. It is possible, 120%.
Yeah.
It's just whether we can get Mikun to understand the processes.
Mm.
And then when it's not Mikun, we have to deal with Lyko.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea. We can try. So here's the thing. Things that we can actively change, we can say, yeah, sure, that's a good idea. We can do it. Or no, we don't like it. We're not going to do it. Because it's us. We're the decision makers. When it comes to dev work, we're not the decision makers. We're the guys who tell them stuff.
Use a whiteboard then. There are people in Europe. No, there are people in Europe who are watching this. We're just going through some Q&A. There's no more new information that's coming out in this Q&A. If you need to go sleep, go sleep.
Yeah, man. The coupon code is up. But no, man, a whiteboard is genius.
It's not.
What if we had like a second camera over there that we could use with a whiteboard and we can list it up as we write?
You mean like a Wheel of Fortune Vanna White situation?
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, C update when. So C update when. We're not sure. It's being looked into. It's something that we want. Like I especially want it because I think it's just something that should be there. But for right now, it's not on the list I've seen of things that are coming relatively soon. So it's being developed and refined. Like, don't forget, there's a lot of processes out at sea that will cause even more delay. Like, we added Kama. Now imagine adding Kama, Balanos, Serendia, Calphion, and Valencia up north. That's mostly empty space. The delay on it could be huge. Like, there could be a lot of processing power that is used for those areas, even if they're not used as much. So, yeah. We know you want it. We do ask for it. We do try to keep it updated internally, but unfortunately we can't turn that internal information external. But yeah, there would be a lot of processes there for that.
Yeah. Anything else any pressing issues that we need to talk about at the moment?
I think so. Hide other player fix. We keep talking about it. I think it should just be hide everyone. But
yeah, I think this is the point where we should probably drop it off.
Yep.
But that being said, yes, this is an update. An update's coming out on January 8th. Due to certain processes, we'll probably have to stagger the update a bit more. It's going to be some time. However, if you guys are genuinely interested in that kind of stuff, let us know. Like in terms of like processes and what we go through, and I'll try to say as much as I can without breaking agreements.
Without getting fired.
Without getting fired and doing policy stuff.
What's the Discord? Discord.gg/playblackdesert.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't keep saying forward. Nightcrow, we answered that. It's something that we keep asking, and there's a balance issue behind it. Like,
I'll say this last part, though. I think the interactive stuff where we write about what we've talked about, I think that will have its own list of issues. Not in terms of, like, the programming and whatnot. More so that I like this, where we talk about something, and someone brings up a new point as a response to what we've said, and we kind of go into it a bit more. It happens sometimes. I know we don't always do it because there's lots of questions. But
I think a whiteboard would be dope.
If you guys get fired, then I'll quit.
Thank you. Thanks.
It kind of sounds like he thinks we're gonna get fired, though.
Oh, we're not gonna get fired. We just have to skirt the lines. Like, you know, you have to learn how far you can push something before it breaks. Okay, guys. Oh God. Cool TV. Trent body pillow weapon skin. I want to kill people using Trent. Oh, we should not be allowed to stream. All right, guys. Right. Thank you all for watching. I know that we generally do more Q&A than gameplay, but that's because we know that our gameplay isn't the best. If you want to check out good people who play, make sure you check out twitch.tv. And then check out the Black Desert, and generally you can scroll down and find console players. You have people like Murderburger, Smolnay, I can't think of anyone else, right? Sly.
Sly's really good.
There's a lot of people who do stream, and just check them out. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're just really cool people.
Our partners are awesome, but there's also people out there, personally, because I've been going through a lot of the French streamers. Some of them are amazing. And maybe I should come up with a list and just kind of throw that out there for the French users and look for some German users as well.
I can't find anyone from Dudley who streams Black Desert, unfortunately. So
For the Korean user that's in chat right now, right? It's a console update. Come to Discord. I'll explain it to you in Korean, right? Actually, I will, right?
Yeah, it's going off. Okay, guys.
Should I respond in Korean?
Go for it.
아니 우리 외국인인데 그냥 한국어로 할 수 있잖아요. 그래서 디스코드 가시면 제가 한국어로 설명할 수 있어요.
Do you want to see what he's saying?
아니 외국분들이 고만 설명 할수 있잖아요.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not speaking anymore.
Has he stopped?
아니,
No,
아니 그가 아니라 그냥 디스코드 나왔어요.
All right. Anyway.
Anyways, that was Korean. It's basically all I said was, "Yo, come to the Discord. I'll explain in Korean to you." That's it.
Yeah. That the code switching, as someone who likes linguistics, it's nuts. that code switching is ridiculous. Okay, guys. Thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure streaming. We'll be back 2 days time with the PlayStation stream if you want to come and hang out more. If you don't want to watch what it looks like on PlayStation, we'll see you next time. We don't know when the next Xbox stream will be from us.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. It's always a pleasure to have this kind of conversation with you guys. We'll see you guys soon.
Later, guys.
Bye, guys.